When I publish the IoT Radar, I see traffic coming from Asia, from Europe. I see traffic coming from the US. I don't see traffic coming from Africa. And I was wondering, how is it possible? Such a huge continent. There must be something happening. There is a lot of IoT happening, I'm 100% sure. So I started looking around for an opportunity to interview someone in Africa. And I ended up in Poland with Agnieszka Jankowska. Agnieszka, can you tell a bit more what is TME Education? What is the education part of this?
Okay, so TME Education is a CSR program which is dedicated to regions where access to proper educational resources concerning electronics and technology are limited. So we started in Africa, in Ghana, in 2016. Now we are present in 19 African countries, soon 20, and in India. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to show electronics as a career path for youth in those regions. I just have to highlight one thing here. Our project has no business targets. Yes, we are. Okay. This is our aim is not to promote TME as a distributor. Our aim is to promote electronics as a path for youth to be more attractive in labor market. As we know, as we observe in the past 10 years, African economies have been really developing fast. Yes, you see economies like Tanzania or even Ethiopia rocketing. But sometimes it doesn't go together with the possibilities created for the youth to fit in the labor market, which is really demanding. Okay. We have a very rapid shift from some feudal systems in certain countries to digital era. And Africa is digitalizing very, very fast. So we want to give the youth tools so they can fit in this era and again, they can be attractive. Yeah. However, yeah.
So, sorry, how do you get in contact with all these individuals? Are you working through channels, or are you working through colleges or universities, or are you addressing them on an individual base, or is it just coincidence?
This is actually the question about the whole structure of TME Education, because we have various ways of contacting those people. The thing is, like, as you can see, Hani is located in his own country. We didn't want to send over people from Poland to go and teach in this region. Why? Because we might know certain technologies, however, we don't deeply understand the problems that local communities are facing every day. We see what we have here in Europe, yeah. So that's why we decided to search for our teachers among the local communities, for the people who both know technology, they receive resources, and they can share solutions that can be applied there. Yeah. Not solutions made by us.
Good morning, Hani. Good to see you. You are in Eswatini. Very nice to meet you. What is TME Education for you?
TME Education for me is a platform where it's enabled me to be exposed to different types of technologies like the Arduinos, which aren't available in the country. Like, you can't find them anywhere. Okay. But I knew about them online, but then they gave me a platform to actually get to have the devices and actually get to tinker and to teach the community around me about these types of technologies.
You are sort of an ambassador for TME Education. But how did you learn? How did you learn yourself? Did you went to college, or are you an electronics engineer, or a student, or are you a worker?
I started off as a tinkerer myself, just self-taught because of the enthusiasm I had for technology. I'm a self-taught app developer, and I got into electronics when I wanted to build my own console, gaming console.
Okay, and did you build your own gaming console? Did it work?
I only got as far as building the joystick.
Very good. But now you are getting more and more involved with electronics. You can work with Arduino. What are you hoping for? What is your next project with the community of people around you?
Uh, I am currently developing a robot which I built for autistic children in the country. There's a big gap in the educational sector where children with autism aren't accepted into mainstream education. So you find that a lot of them are sidelined when it comes to education or getting to interact with other people. So what I try to do with this robot is try to break that barrier or try and encourage, because as I was doing my research, I found out that autism is a very big spectrum, and you can't just cure it with one silver bullet. There's no one silver bullet for it because there's a lot of, it ranges a lot.
Yeah.
So the 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 specifics me and my team went to is try to target children with autism that are nonverbal or are struggling to communicate with their parents. My hope is to try break the barrier between communication between the parents and autistic children, and also teach them. Sorry, and
Yeah.
also
No.
get
No.
to teach them, because the robot goes along with an application that is also supposed to teach them and help them communicate.
Yeah. Now, Eswatini is a very small country. I think it is the smallest country in the whole of Africa. how is how are the resources there? Is it easy to get to electronics, or is it easy to get into education on electronics, or is just the phrase the Internet of Things? Is that something happening there? What is the situation on that?
Not quite, not quite. I met a gentleman a few weeks back. I think about 2 weeks back. He is trying to implement an automated home systems in the country. He's still in his startup phase, and he heard about me and TME Education, so he came to consult on the situation on the market.
Yeah.
But besides Swaziland, it's still very, very far behind. As I'm having my workshops, my electronic workshops around the country, I'm getting to find out that a lot of people are still not well versed. They are taking technology as something for Europeans or Americans. They didn't think they could do it themselves.
And you
So we
believe?
are still at. I believe we can get there, because as I get to teach them 2 weeks down the line, they are coming up with their own ideas. They are coming up with their own solutions. So I think it's a matter of exposure. We are not exposed enough to technology, educational resources. We know
Okay.
about them, but the educational resources where we can get to touch them and actually work on them ourselves is a bit scarce.